Welcome to Framework Fortune. Good morning, traders. Ooh, let's turn some lights on and get frisky. It's just the opposite way, ain't it? All right. So, as soon as everything cooperates, good morning, David Davis. Did you join the Discord group, David? Because I was trying to get in touch with you yesterday. I checked out your channel. I want to definitely talk to you some more. But anyway, we're seeing the SPY gap up over the downtrend, but right now running into the 50-day. But since it gapped up over the downtrend, probably going to break that 50-day, but we will see. It is triple topped so far on the 5-minute. Alright, let's see what we got going on. DCFC, that thing was ripping today. Atom, take that one off. Peloton, that one might start. That might keep ripping. If it breaks 40, it could keep going. Little double bottom. This bottom here and this little bottom here. It just needs to break 40. So keep it on the watch list. MVCT, that pretty much gave up. At least for now. Good morning, Michelle. Yeah, I'm going to take it off for now. INDO starting to break its downtrend, so I might look for something there. BTCS giving a little pullback. David's favorite, Prague, getting up to $2. Man, you you got it. Took you there, but took you a while, but you got there, man. It looks like you're going to continue to get this little rip on Prague. Nice job on that. SBEV pushing up. IMX. I was just saying yesterday, IMMX could come back alive. We did have a pop already. There's a lot of stuff moving so far this morning, so I'm going to be very patient today. Let's see, SOPA, that dropped, that gap down actually, so good thing I didn't swing in that. I'll just remove that off there. Let's see, DCFC warrant, which is a little cheaper. ECOL, that's an acquirement, so nothing going to happen there. We already have SBEV, PHUN. It's above the. We'll keep an eye on PHUN. I just don't like PHUN. It always does things to aggravate me. SVI. With a big triangle on that 15-minute. Let's put that on the watch list. SYRN, nothing there. ADGI running in a strong resistance. PVO, nothing there. Alright, don't like none of that. Actually, APVO does have some news. been making some money. APVO has ripped in the past. Even though it's below the 200, I'm going to keep an eye on it just because. Yeah, see there last year, it had a huge move up to 60. So it's been selling off since then. It's got some room up to 14. Keep an eye on it. And other than that, I'm not seeing too much else. The jokes, frog, because it's jumping. Is that what you're getting at? See, SBEV's got room up to. Actually, I don't like SBEV. I'll keep it. I just don't like it because there's not. Well, you know what? Let's leave it on watch. It could break out. The reason why I'm saying I don't like it. It's even broken the downtrend, so it's bullish there. It's just going to be running right into a ton of resistance at 6. Now, if it does break 6, it could rip pretty hard. Let's draw this uptrend on the SBEV. Keep an eye on that trend line. INDO. This little uptrend started today. What we at on that daily? And we're above all moving averages. We did cross the 50 on the hour chart. This is actually looking pretty decent. Let's go to the 5-minute here. Main thing is 5. If Indo can break back over 5, that could run. So there's a little flag on SBEV. But on the hour chart, it could possibly either be a double top I'm not sure about that one. PHUN's got this straight downtrend. It's got a break. And DCF or DCFC trend line's all the way back down here. So maybe in a little bit, if we see it come back down, if it gets rejected at 17, which looks like it's going to try to, maybe you could possibly look for an entry there. Although I'm really... Oh, Prague Frogs are the name on Reddit. Prague Frogs. Well, if that's what you want to be called as a Prague Frog, I will oblige you. See CFVI with a downtrend starting. SBEV starting to pop that triangle to the upside. SBEV looks like it wants to try to go, but it doesn't have a ton of volume yet. It's only 1.3 million in volume. Look at that 4-hour chart. Beautiful uptrend. See, KPTI just popped up on one of my scanners. That's a little bit higher flow than I would like. Indo is testing 475 right now. Morning, Lauren. IMX cracking back, or IMMX cracking back below 5. I am leaning towards SBEV at the moment. Doji star right there, followed by this bullish candle. I'm going. Volume's starting to come in here. Looks like we may try to get a breakout. We're just waiting for a little more buying volume, and it just started coming in. So let's see if it continues. High of day is 537, so we got to break that. And we're testing it right now. Well, rejected the first time. Testing it again. Let's see these 537s come through on the time and sells. Oh, there's a couple. A few more. Testing. Still testing. We got to break through it soon. We don't want to stay here very long because this upward momentum is not very strong upward momentum yet. You know, we just started breaking, but we're breaking out of this triangle and running into that 537 resistance. We are getting 537s through. We just need to see a lot more. INDO pulling back, so we may keep an eye on that for that down, for a bounce off of that trend line. But let's see if SBEV can break this down. $537. See, having something with the... How's the stream look, guys? I'm getting notification from YouTube that I'm having some issues. Let me know if everything looks good and sounds good. Keyframe frequency. We're taking out that 537 now, so probably going to get a little pop up to 550 now. If we can get it, come on, there's one seller left sitting there. Take him out. He keeps adding to his position too. It's a little sketchy. They're getting rejected off there. They whoever that was, whatever that order was, kept on adding to it at 537. We gotta break 537 here real soon. We can't be hanging around like this. So hard rejection there. We do not want to see that anymore. It's not really a triangle. But that little double top right there. Both these buys of this candle. Let's make crack here. See where's the 10-day? 10-day is at 516 on the 15-minute. We're trying to hold 525 as support. Peloton still dropping, DC, whatever. Dropping. Keep APV on watch. Big flag pattern here. Did throw a wick up over pre-market high too. There we go. SBEV trying to push back up. So SBEV getting bought all the way back up to 535. Increase in buying volume. It's a good sign. If you get a little bit more up, it's mixed. So that volume bar turned back red. So we're still mixed. We just need more buying than selling. So you can see our sellers sitting again on the ask at 537. A whole bunch of them. They are trying. All right, let's see if that's working. Everybody, okay, well, if it's all fine, then I was just trying to figure out if there's something wrong with those settings. I'm not seeing anything wrong, though. But good morning, Donnell. Good morning, Lori Lee. Good morning, GD. Let's check the SPYs slowly uptrending. Looks like it may try to push some more here. I want to see DCFC come back down to at least 15. It's still hanging. Yeah, well, actually, 14 would be beautiful. If I come back down to 14, I might look for an entry, although it is trying to throw a little triangle here. Trying to break 16. SBEV still fumbling around. And this is starting to break out some more. Break over 17. This thing could run. There it goes up to 17, starting to really break out. This thing may not give a pullback for a minute. It may try to go up to 20. But very nice pop out of that triangle for about $2 close to. There we go. Have a little pullback, man. Calm down. This thing just started going and going. There we go. Make a little double top. Oh, no, it may. Love to see a pullback. Just put a stop loss in on this thing. There we go. Come on down. Come back down here. That was a nice pop. Let's see, 1630. I still think it can come back down to 14 before bouncing again if it's going to give up some of that momentum at the moment. I'm going to turn this to a trailing stop. So then I really don't got to worry about it. Let's see. I've got on a 50. Oh no, I got on 10 cent. Oh, 10 cent. It's at 530. Let's do. Do a quarter. There we go. We'll let that do its thing for a minute. Because I think DCFC might be a potential big runner today if it keeps up this momentum it has. I mean, it's already, the thing is though, it's ran from $10 to $17, so it's already had a very big move today. It's also not that low float, 153 million in shares, but there's big money coming into this. As you can see, we have huge volume on it, 41 million in volume so far. So even though it's not that low of a float, it's still pretty low. But the volume, the demand for this stock right now is way higher than the supply. So that's why we're seeing this thing rip dollars. Come on down. Come back down to 16. Give me a possible entry there. Just taking DWAC off. We can always look at DWAC anytime. We know what it's doing. PUH not doing anything. I don't care about Peloton that much. Yeah, looking at the 15-minute, it's about to close. Probably going to have a pullback down to 15. It's kind of starting to curl. I am wanting to find a good spot to get in this at. Well, I'm starting to hold 1650. I'm going. Oh, whoops. My share's right. Don't you start popping before I get in here. There we go. So I got 20 shares, 1679. Now, it could be very early, and this could be a mistake. I was just looking at the 15-minute candle starting to push green. And now it's pulling back, so we don't want to see it pull back too much more at this point. And I was looking at the short-term support of 1559 right here. SBEV coming back up for another test. Like I said, this could easily come back down to $14, $15 if it does not break out anymore here. So they got a new manufacturing facility in Tennessee, and the CEO met with Joe Biden. I don't know why CEO meeting with Joe Biden's anything special, but the manufacturing in Tennessee, that's nice to see. CFVI down to its uptrend, trying to hold it right now. I forget what I'm doing. Okay, now I remember. So 1650 trying to hold as some support. Ooh. Shoot, I just looked at this hour chart. This hour chart very close to being a double top that could sell off. However, if we do break up out of this play and do not drop, then it won't be a double top. But it's still in danger of being a double top and dropping all the way back down to 1279. So if this thing is going to go, it needs to go here real soon. We're going to have quite the pullback. Let's see. I like the channel, David. That's why I've been trying to get a hold of you, man. Trying to talk to you. And see in the Discords. I asked if you were in there yesterday. Do you have a way to contact you on your channel, email or something? And this is just going to be close. See, we're testing 650 again as support. Indecision in here. There we go. Starting to push up to 1670. If we can re-break 17, we should at least see a move to the top of this channel, the above channel line. But you can see we are getting a little red again. Like fighting back and forth, indecision here. $16.50, trying to hold, but it is really getting tested right now. All right, there's our short-term downtrend. SBEV just still hanging out, but we are getting close to the tip of SBEV. If it could ever break 537 area. And we're looking like we're going to start dropping. I think we may crack this little short-term uptrend. Red little squished indecision candle, followed by this red bearish candle. More than likely, we're going to get a sell-off, but we do have that uptrend. Buyers are trying to hold 16. And buyers holding up 16 pretty strong. What's the SPY doing? The SPY just still slowly uptrending. All right, so if we're going to, ooh, big buyer just came in there at 628. Right as I was about to say, we got to break this short-term downtrend here if we're going to push on back up to the top of the above trend line. 1650. Holding as a little resistance. It did give us a quick shoot through there. We just have to see how this candle closes. The 15 minute. We got 4 minutes. So we don't want it to pull back under the downtrend. We need to break this downtrend now to continue this short-term uptrend here. SBEV, beautiful U shape inside that triangle right now, up to that resistance. On the 1 hour chart, as long as we're fine right now. She feeds me. Both one life and then it'll be well, they're either married or they have girlfriends, something or another. But you can see right now we get a nice bounce off that short-term trend line. Already almost back up to 17. Let's see if we can re-break 17 here. Looks like we're probably going to test it. It looks like we're probably going to break out over it. We just touched it once. Let's see here. And oh no, still a little rejection there. Oh, if we don't break 17 here, that's going to be a problem. We need to break that. Looked like for a minute it was going to try to break right through it, and then it just got kind of slammed there. Yeah, okay, it's just fumbling around now with 1675 as resistance too. I'm going to take a quick little break. I'll be right back, guys, and we'll see what's going to happen on this play. Give me just a couple minutes. So we are still having problems breaking 17. And SBEV is just still chilling in that 530 area. Right below that high a day. Well, let's keep an eye on DCFC because, like I said, if this doesn't break out, it's going to come down pretty quick. See that 1 hour again. See, on that 1 hour, we're still possibly could make a big double top where it pulls back down. Till we break 17, this is pretty risky. Like, if this consolidation was more down towards the trend line, it'd be alright. But we're in at the top of consolidation after hitting a new high. Oh, SBEV finally breaking up over 537. Let's see if that starts to run. Looks like we'll probably hit 550, but it's slowly moving, so I'm going to keep an eye on DFC for now. I'll keep a side eye on SBEV just in case it does start ripping hard, but I think it's probably going to make a slow little push to 550 and maybe hang out there for a minute. Spy on the 100-day. Alright, here we go. If we're going to test and break, it's going to be probably this candle. Testing 1690. Oh, right through 17. Nice little wick right up through it. But we want to make sure this ain't like a bull trap. That could be shorters, loading up there. Because shorters are definitely going to be in this after it ran so much. So you can see some fighting. Another rejection off of 17. We need to come right back up to it. Yeah, SBEV just chilling at 543, so nothing to worry about there. SBEV up to 545. The good thing is on the 15-minute, the 10-day moving average is at 15. So if that 10-day can catch up, we won't be as far away from support. And we have the 16 support that's held so far. I don't like the way this is looking on the 5-minute right here. This little smashed candle followed by this red candle. Although it is indecisioning, there's still 7 minutes on it. So it could easily drop, especially if shorters start winning the battle. Starting to lose 1650 as support. This is very close to breaking down. Let's see if buyers can reclaim 1650 as support. It's acting as resistance. So they need to take it back over. We need to get back above 1650 at least. SBEV up to 550 right now. Let's see, if I held this all the way down to 1488, that would be $2. I'd be risking about $40. I don't think I want to hold it down. I don't want to risk that much. So we are really testing. We got 5 minutes left on this 15-minute candle to try to hold this uptrend and hold support. All right, Orlando, go have a good nap, buddy. Ain't nothing wrong with a nap. Gotta let your brain rest. So we're testing 1650, trying to reclaim it. We did just reclaim it. Let's see if they can hold it. I'm going to check on SBEV real quick. Yeah, we're just slowly testing that 550 area. There's some sellers sitting on the ask, but not a big deal. Alright, starting to try to push back up now that we've somewhat reclaimed 1650. 3.5 minutes on this candle left. So it's the SPY. Oh, geez. The SPY. The SPY is moving up, but it is not moving very quickly. It is just caterpillaring along. IMMX trying to re-break 5 possibly. Now if we can come back up and break through 17 as this candle is closing, that would be really nice to see. See some buying volume come in at the end and transfer over into the next candle, which we are approaching. Big order sitting at 1270 on the bid. 1275 acting as a little resistance though. Minute and a half here. Can we push up to 17? Alright, we're coming in on the under the last minute for this 15-minute candle. Not showing a clear sign yet. Now it's starting to show. Let's say we're not showing a clear sign. We're still kind of dojiing. So I was wanting to see the 17 break. We got 30 seconds. I don't know if it's even going to get back up and test it in 30 seconds. We want to hold 1650 though. We don't want to crack below that before the candle closes. 10 seconds. Looks like we're going to hold 1650. But not getting the buying in yet to push it up to 17. My phone's going off. And don't give up on the see, we're starting to curl a little bit on this 15-minute chart. So we've got to break 17. If not, we're super close to dumping. So we need to see it break this candle. It would have been a lot better to see it break last candle, but if we get a bullish engulfing candle where this 15-minute pushes up over 1675, then we should be good to go. That's why there's so much sellers sitting on 1675. Shorters trying to hold it down. And there we go, through 1675. We'll go ahead and get the push up to 17. Got sellers sitting at 1680 as well. You get all these fellas out. Ten days over 15. 10 days up to 1525. Let's see, look at look how we're curling on the 15. Not looking very good there. We was giving up 1650 as support again. So FBEV getting stuffed at 550, but still just hanging out right there. This thing will not make up its mind. Trying to reclaim 650 again right now. Yeah, and we did reclaim it for the time being. Alright. We're able to hold 1650 again. Very close to another possible test of 1675. Frost, did you say AMD, ADMA, and ENCS have been doing good for you? I don't even think those are on my scanners. I'll try to take a look at them in a second, but right this moment, I'm in a little bit of a sketchy play, looking for a continuation breakout. Whoa, bid just dropped all the way down to 1627. So that little trend line is cracking. We're going to come all the way back down to 15. Well, maybe 1525. Now we're back over 1650 again. Let's see, Zachariah said Vaxart. Fredo, don't know what my Achilles means. You have to explain that one to me. So let's see. A. What am I looking at? ADMA. ENCS. And then, what was that other one? Vaxart. What was that? VXRT. So we gave up 650. Remember, 16 was strong support before, so we'll see if it can hold up 16. It's probably about as low as I'm willing to give it. Maybe to 550. Or not 550, 1550. God, 550 would be horrible. ADMA. What? What do you mean? You went long on ADMA. Fredo, this is Thinkorswim. DCFC is cracking below 16. We're still bullish though because we're above the 10-day moving average on the 15-minute. So I'm just going to hold it here for a second, see if it bounces right back above 16 or not. I have no idea what you were seeing on AMDA here, unless I'm looking at the wrong ticker symbol. Or ENCS. I mean, like what, 7 cents there? Barely any volume. Both of those I would not trade myself personally. You know, you do what you want. There's a little bit of uptrend, but all these white checks and stuff just signifies very low volume. I'm not liking any of that. VXRT, a nice little climb, little 25-cent climb you could have got there, maybe about 30 cents. Still climbing possibly, but see SBEV pulling back down that 540 area. So I'm going to see a bounce off of that. That'll be fine. DCFC is almost back above 16. Can you get above and hold? Starting to get crazy. It's staring at you forever. Oh, no, rejected off of 16. Does look like we're going to pull back. Look at this hour chart. Let's see. Yeah, because the hour chart is starting to look like a double top here. Bodies of both of these candles right in the same area at that 1650. Yeah, so that's the thing. On the hour chart, this thing could drop a whole $3. If it does not hold up and start pushing back above 17 here soon. SPY still sideways action. Let's see. Where is... Yeah, I mean, I can see AMD's barely even up. You know, like I said, it's not something I would trade personally. But if you made a profit on it, that's all that matters, really. I'm just checking over on the indexes, seeing if anything weird is going on over there. Woo, crypto's looking good. Very nice to see. Bitcoin future. Bitcoin's at some resistance at 44. Ethereum did break its downtrend on the Ethereum future. I'm sorry, it's Dow Jones that actually broke its downtrend. Ethereum broke its downtrend as well, though. The dollar index still around 95. Gold is pushing back up. Real estate market still not much of a rebound there. Looking kind of rough. Silver pushing back up. Then oil, a little pullback to 90, but I doubt oil is done. And before we go, we'll take a look at those actual charts. But I was just trying to peek a look over to what's going on in the crypto world and all the other indexes. See, SBEV still hanging out in the 540s. Now, see, we were just about right on the 10-day, so we need to see the bounce. Like, it has not done anything that we wanted it to do. So this is the last chance. For this thing to bounce before I bounce on out of this play. See it, VI actually cracked below its downtrend. ECOL, yeah, that's at 1. I can tell you this, it's more than likely not going to break out anytime soon. It's going to have to consolidate some now. Start moving back in an upward motion. Oh, you've been long in AD? Okay. That makes a lot more sense. I was wondering, I was looking at that chart of ADMA and I was like, I don't know what he's seeing right now today, but this thing does not look good. But of course, I didn't look at the previous chart history, so I don't know where it was at before or anything. As soon as I saw them white checks, I was like, it's not what I, it's not a trading stock. Um, I wouldn't say good trades. I don't know quite yet. I'm in 2 trades. Just waiting them out. SBEV, I'm up a little bit on. It's slowly been climbing. So I got back in over here as it was starting to come back up the trend line. And then I'm in DCFC waiting to see if it's going to make some type of bounce here. Because if it can bounce our cone our channel that's spreading out like that, we could bounce up all the way to 20 where the top of the channel's at. However, it has not seen very much buying volume in a little bit, so gotta see some buying volume turn this thing around if it is going to rip anymore. That's about it. GMBL. Yeah, nice little pop out the gate there. Yeah, that's not a bad play. Breaking that, basically a little double bottom here, breaking that pre-market high at 325-ish. But yeah, nice little W or double bottom, whatever you'd like to call it. Oh, that's the wrong play. There we go. All right, David Davis, will have a good day, buddy. Find me on come to the Discord or something. Let me know how to get a hold of you so we can talk about your channel, and because I'm very interested in what you got going on over there, and I want to help you get your channel going a little bit more. the Lauren, do you have the article for that, for 30 million in crack pipes to all of Hunter Biden's friends? I don't know if I'm not really that interested in the article other than to trash the government, but if that article says 30 million in crack pipes for Hunter Biden's friends, then I'm going to lose my brain. Oh, no problem, David Davis. Whenever I didn't realize you were moving, so once you get settled in or whatnot, just hit me up. You know where to find me. I'll be here. I'll be here, or be on the crypto channel, or be in the Discord somewheres around these internet hallways and corridors. So you see on the 15-minute where we are getting a bounce off of the 10-day, and we're starting to re-break 7 or 16. So we'll see if it doesn't get back above 16 on this candle or the next candle, then we'll probably drop on down. And SBEV, man, just no volume on SBEV. Had decent volume, but still climbing, just slow as slow can be. DCFC getting back over 16. Trying to reclaim it. Support. Oh yeah, that's right. You said you were getting the hell out of New York. I remember now. Yeah, now that you said New York, I remember, David. I remember. Frosties. OCGN. Let's take a look. what we're looking at here. There's been a nice uptrend for about 30 cents. Oh boy, look right here though. You're running into a wall, a flat top ceiling of resistance at $4, just looking back a few days ago. Like, this is a lot of resistance in that area. So that's where it's getting rejected at now, and it'd have to break that to try to move forward. I don't know if it can do that. Let me look at the full. Oh no. Yeah, see, this is below all moving averages. So right there's that $4 peak. Let me go ahead and draw this and we can see there. Yeah, there's. Okay, so there's a couple things going on with it. There's some negatives and some positives. Does not make me happy. Keep my eye over there on the stocks that I am in. Make sure they're not turning around on me. But let's see, $4. About right. Let's just go ahead and draw it. Okay, and then extend to the left. So this is actually the lowest it's been all year. But you're below the 250 day, so resistance lines are going to be stronger. They're always stronger under the moving averages than when you are above the moving averages. So it may not even be able to break 4. If it does break 4, it then has room to move up to about 450, 460 at the 50 day. And then that's really strong resistance. So I don't know about today this running anymore because the $4 is so strong. But the one thing that it has that is a positive is this is pretty much an inverse head and shoulders. You'd shoulder here, or no, I'm sorry, head here in the middle, poking out, shoulder, kind of shoulder. So I mean, it did try to U shape here. I would just be looking for the break of 4, but I don't know if it'll happen today. This looks like this may be maybe today or tomorrow it could break out, possibly. But again, like I said, there's not much room for it to break out too. This would be a play I'd like to continually keep an eye on to see if it can start pushing towards those moving averages. But as of now, it could come up to this $4 since it's in this consolidation. And if it doesn't break $4, it's going to dump back down to those lows of year. So there's not a ton of risk, more than likely. I mean, the stock's at 386. If it dropped to the low of the year, that'd be 287. Maybe if it continued to drop, it would drop to like 250. But I just don't like anything under the moving averages like this. It's just not my type of play. Like DCFC is above all moving averages, and today it's finally 10 days crossing over the 50 and the 200. Same thing with SBEV. SBEV above all the moving averages. So actually, this is kind of what was that play I was just looking at? OCGN. Yeah, this is kind of what OCGN could possibly do over the next couple of weeks. But I would be interested in it when we get the crossover. You know, OCGN could like rip really hard like this, but then when it pulls back and starts to show some confirmation, that's where I would look to probably trade it. Normally, I don't like to trade stocks under $5 that much either. So, I mean, there's a couple of things that I don't like about OCGN, but it is possible it could start trying to trend reversal and move its way back up the charts. Still nothing yet going on there. And DCFC was not able to hold 16. We go back into the 15-minute. We are still above the 10-day. But still looking like a possible double top and drop. Actually, we got 30 seconds on this candle to close. So if this doesn't drop anymore, then this will not be a double top because it did not sell off all the way back down to the bottom and only sold off to like right there. So let's see what happens on the close. Let's see if we get a little bit of pushing back up over 16. Alright, here comes the close. And so we're opening up right there at the bottom of the body of that previous red hour candle. So either push up, break over the top of this, and we're going to have a nice breakout. It's about 1660, the tops of these two bodies. But if this thing starts coming back down and cracks below 1550, game over. So we'll see. Still a little sketchy. Like I said earlier, I'll feel a lot better if this thing gets over 17. I mean that's a possibility as the bottom. Austin Sowers for sure. 312, but I wouldn't make any I wouldn't make any decision with 100% certainty. You know, I wouldn't be 100% certain that it's going to hold 312 just because there's some previous chart history that it's going to hold 312. We don't know anything for 100% in the stock market or crypto market, any markets. No matter how good your TA is, how good your fundamental analysis is, things can still go totally against you. So I'm saying that not to be mean, but just to, let you know. So you don't learn the hard way like I have done plenty of times. Where I just know something's going to happen. That's when those words come out of your mouth, I just know it. I just know it's going to do something. You need to go and like meditate or go on a walk and think about it or something a little bit more. Because you shouldn't know anything 100%. It's in fact impossible in the stock market. 90, you want to be 90% sure, 95% sure. Hey, that's fine. Just don't be 100% sure. Always keep in the back of your mind, this shit can go sideways quick. No matter what the circumstances are, no matter how good the news, no matter how good anything. You gotta be prepared and ready. OCGN is a high float. Yeah, it's a high air float, 200 million. Man, SBEV, you are killing me, bro. You're just doing this little slow thing. I mean, you're not falling, so that's cool. It's still uptrending, but it's just moving so slow. All right, DCFC. You got to do the thing here, man. We can't just keep on piddling. Stop piddling. It's okay that SBEV is a piddler, but you've ran $7, $8 today. You shouldn't be piddling like this. We are still holding 16. Now, of course, DCFC is a little bit higher float as well. It's 153 million in shares, which normally I wouldn't trade. But like I said, this thing ripped $8, so the float is not as big of a deal on it because there's so much demand. Well, not demand, but so much volatility. There's been way more demand on the stock than there has been shares. And we're starting to get a little funky spread here. There's about a 40-cent spread for half a second. And we're pushing back up to 1650. Little doji star on the 15-minute right above that trend line and the 10-day, being followed by a bull candle. I mean, we still have 10 minutes on this 15-minute candle, but looks like DCFC is trying to come back alive. She's trying to wake up. Yeah, no, no. I mean, there's no, you could be right, Austin. I wasn't knocking what you were saying. I mean, you definitely could be right. It was just the way you phrased it sounded like you were 100% certain. I wasn't, arguing against whether or not you're right about that support area because I don't, like I said, we don't want to have 100% certainty on anything. So I don't know. I'm not certain. You could be you could be right. I was just saying, don't don't be 100% right on anything, or don't think you're 100% right on anything, even if it feels like it is. So always keep that in the back of your mind. What are we doing here? DCFC. You threw a little quick shoot up there, but I want to see some more. I want to see you up to 17 tested. SPY starting to look like it may want to turn around. It's starting to crack that 10-day on the 15 moving average. So if the SPY starts dropping here, that could ruin some plays. So we need to keep an eye on the SPY as well. It's having problems reclaiming 1650 as support again. That's holding as resistance until 1650 starts holding as support. It's still going to be pretty sketchy. Trying to give a little test right now of 1650. Rejected. Rejected that time. SBEV just still slowly doing its thing. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I know DCFC's had decreasing volume, but it's still uptrending. You know, it's above the 10-day moving average on the 15-minute chart. It's above $15, which has held as support quite a bit. And actually now I'm starting to notice, I didn't notice this before, but it's actually in a triangle right now. This is a consolidation triangle pattern sideways. It doesn't have an upward direction or a downward direction. So it is a sideways consolidation pattern. But it's still the same thing. Even with the triangle drawn and even me not seeing it right away, it's still got to break over 17 to rip. And 1550 is the bottom support that we don't want to see crack. So either way, whatever pattern you want to draw, whether it's this whole cone or if it's the triangle, you can go off of both of them, but the prices are still the same that we need to see hold up at support and break for resistance. But it's not surprised volume has decreased. You know, off of this trend line bounce here, it ran from 1277 up to 1750.77. So that's a $5 move. So anybody who was in back here was definitely going to turn into some sellers up here. They're going to lock out that profit after a $5 move. So all the selling has been getting out of it from this original rip. It seems like there is shorters in here, but they have yet to really show that they're winning the battle because we are still on this uptrend. So the decreasing volume, you know, that necessarily doesn't mean anything. It could be an indicator that we're going to drop, but I'd want to see a few more indicators besides, you know, just decreasing volume. But you could be right. That could be an issue. That's why I keep saying I'm looking for buying volume to increase, because most of this volume on the sell-off, you know, you can see is selling volume. Very little buying volume. On the 15-minute there, we just started getting some buying volume after that sell-off. Some buying volume back in. But it's whether or not it could, like I said, it's got to break 17. That's all that there is to it. It's either going to crack 1550 or it's going to break 17. I do think we'll get another test of 17 if this thing does decide to crack. I think it'll hit 17 first. But well, I don't know. Maybe not. Like I said, if the SPY starts giving up here and starts really dumping, then everything's going to go out the window. All the analysis will be worthless. What is this? Is this an oil stock? Australian company. Oh no, this is the EV charging stock. Okay, and they're building that thing in Tennessee. It is the Thinkorswim platform. Here, I'll get you the link for TD Ameritrade. There you go. And make sure that link works. Yep. And that will take you straight to the platform. Now, if you are out of the United States, you may not have access to it. There's only certain countries besides the United States that has access to Thinkorswim. Um, and of course, if you're out of country, the fees could be different. Right now, there's no commissions on trades with Thinkorswim in America, but I have heard it is expensive in other places like Canada. So, just throwing that out there because I don't know where you're from, Fredo, but if you aren't from America, you may not be able to use it. Oh, you're from the UK? Yeah, I don't think you can use it. Y'all's got really tough restrictions over there. You can check and see if you can use it, but Lori, what's the one that you've been using? Interactive Brokers. Interactive Brokers is basically the rest of the world's Thinkorswim. So let me get you Interactive Brokers link. You can check. I don't know. I don't really know much about England at all, to be honest, as far as their laws and trading. But I do know they are one of the stricter countries when it comes to anything like that. What was I looking for? Oh yeah, Interactive Broker link. Or if Lori, if you have a referral link for Interactive Brokers, if you want to post that. Bad software. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. But hey, I don't want to hear complaints. Well, never mind. You guys are from UK. They're trying to completely destroy cryptos and stuff. Now, I was gonna say we may have Thinkorswim in America, but the rest of the world has all the best crypto platforms. You don't have a referral link? Okay. Well, and I will just pay. I don't have a referral link either. That's why I was seeing if anybody else wanted it. No, DCFC is not a Head and Shoulders anymore. I mean, there was a little Head and Shoulders here in the short term. Head there, shoulder, and a little pullback. But that these short term patterns don't mean as much when you're looking at the 5 minute and you look at if I pull up the hour chart, Right? There's no head and shoulders here. Like you don't see this head and shoulders whatsoever. So that was not really that important of a pattern because it was on the 5 minute and it was inside of the channel. It was above the uptrend, so it just kind of sold off from the top of the trend line down to the bottom. And now we're just climbing, slowly climbing like SBEV, slowly climbing. I don't know how I keep getting into these stocks the last week that will not rip right away. They just take forever. But yeah. So, I mean, you'll see patterns all the time. The important thing is when spotting a pattern, what is the pattern doing and how does it correlate with the higher time frame patterns? Like if you see a head and shoulders on the 5 minute, the 10, or the 5 minute, the 15, the 2 hour, the 4 hour, and the daily, well, if there's a head and shoulders on all the time frames, that's going to be probably a very stupid strong head and shoulders pattern. Um, but if you just have a head and shoulders on the 5 minute, like here on DFC or DCFC, and the overall trend is up and the head and shoulders doesn't crack the downtrend, then that head and shoulders doesn't matter. It's what I always say, guys. The longer the time frames, the stronger the indicators, stronger the support and resistance. As traders, a lot of day traders like to focus on the short-term time frames and they never even look at the higher time frames. But it's important to look at those higher time frames because the pattern you may be seeing on the 5 minute, like that head and shoulders, that could scare you out of this play, um, could end up being an unnecessary loss because the higher time frame is showing bullish and showing that it's trying to continue to push up. And we are getting close to a test of 17. So real quick, I am going to, SBEV just dropped down a little bit. Still right on the 10-day. But I do have that stop loss in there, so I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, it's only 11 cents away from a stop loss, so if it hits it, it'll be like a dollar loss or something, so I'm not worried about that at all. I'll just leave that trailing stop in there for now. But yeah, I'm going to take another quick little break here, and then we'll give the stream about probably 15 minutes because I do think we are going to see some type of move out of DCFC in a second. I think we're either going to see that rejection at 17, the final rejection before it sells off, or we're going to see a breakout at 17. But we're like right there at that point. So I'm going to take a break real quick. And then we'll see. I'll be right back. All right. Well, we're still. I see. Just barely moving along here, putting still. What's the SPY doing? Okay, SPY broke that downtrend, so not giving up yet. Ooh, though this is a head and shoulders pattern on this 15 minute that could break down on the SPY. That is clear as day. Head, shoulder, shoulder. Let's see if we can see it on a higher time frame. You can't really see it on a higher. Well, yeah, you can still. So the SPY's got to break out of this head and shoulders pattern because it's on the hour and the 15 minute, and that is very ugly. So if it if it doesn't break back over 457, SPY may drop. Although the SPY's not as volatile as it's been the last little while, last couple of weeks. So it may not do anything. It may just keep going sideways. This is such a low volatility day, it seems like. Let me see if there's anything else going on that's popped up. SGLY. Come on, Thinkorswim. That had some pops. Not a lot of volume, though. Just pretty low float. Let's look at the daily chart. Interesting daily chart above all EMAs. I'll put that on watch for the next couple of days. It's not getting a ton of volume though. That's just a problem. We're just looking to reclaim 1650. Um, it was a double top on the hour, but it's not anymore. It broke, it opened up on this new candle. It started looking like a double top, and that's what I was concerned about, was it cracking below 15 and dropping all the way back down. But it never dropped that hard. And see, we're very, very close, very, very close to a breakout. This bullish engulfing candle's starting to form, and we just, let's see. Wow, there was a nice pop straight up over 17. So we're starting to get a little frisky. This is turning bullish. Let's see if we start rolling. Buy-ins starting to increase up to 1740. We are looking pretty good here. There's still a lot of time, 30 minutes on this hour chart though, so. But we are back over 17 and starting to push. Just out of nowhere, just a big pop up, just bam. High of day 1777, so we're going to run into resistance there. Looks like there's a lot of sellers sitting below 1750. Yeah, from about 1735 to 1750 is some resistance. And then, like I said, 1270 or 1777, right through 1750. Here we go. New high of day, 1781. Let's see if we can hold 1750 as support. Why does that not look like a high? It was, though. There's 3 cents pop over the high of day. See, 1750 still struggling to hold as support, though. We had the pop over. We just got to hold it now. Confirm 1750 as new support. We should see more buyers come in. The price target is 20. Although at this point, if we can really start going and we break through 20, the top of this channel is up at like 22, 23. So I'm looking for the push to 20. But we gotta start holding some new support areas. So we're getting a little rejection off of that high a day. But looking really good on the hour chart, so let's see what's SBEV doing. Oh, SBEV stopped me out. So I took a penny loss on SBEV. I lost a whole entire penny. Where did you go? Oh, there we are. So this is a really strong rejection off of that high a day, pushing all the way back down to 17. So we're going to test 17 as support. And you see we dove right through it. Big buyers trying to come in at 17. Or possible shorters. No, it looks like buying. Yeah, buyers have moved up to buying it off of 17 now. 17 is trying to hold its pretty strong support. Looks like it's going to. And we're going to get another test of 1750. We snuck up close. We got to 1744. There we go. Another little push through 1750. There we go. There we go. Oh, here we go. We may be going for 18 in a second. A lot of sellers at 1780. So we're still fighting with 1750 some as support. Yep. So as soon as 1750 can show confirmation as new support, more buyers will come in. And there was another push through it, big seller at 1770. And then see, we're back on 1750 again. This time we didn't drop below it. We're starting to get confirmation. As long as we do not drop below the 1750, we're going to get a test of 18 here shortly. That was a hat. So we haven't confirmed yet. And you can see that battle that's happening at 1750 is no joke. Increase some buying volume though. So we lost 1750 as support so far. Let me check the SPY. SPY's just doing sideways stuff. See, did this get halted this morning at all? Yeah, it did get halted earlier today, so it has halt potential if it gets big buying volume. Little support starting to build at 1730. Yeah, look at the buyers keep coming in at 1730. Let's see if they continue to hold it up. Yep, another buyer coming in 1735. Yeah, and we are testing 1750 off and on. Again here, oh, a little rejection. A lot of indecision still on display. We got 5 minutes on this 15-minute candle to close. And if it doesn't start breaking out, or I'll say if it doesn't start testing 18, then I'm going to call it a day and just put a trailing stop in and go about the rest of my day. Because we are already quite a bit over my scheduled streaming time. And I am getting hungry. with a couple minutes left. Now 1730 acting as resistance. That's not a good sign. We need to pop right back through 1730. All right. Looks like we're going to get another test of 1750. Well, damn, if we can get there. It couldn't even get back up to 1750, so that's not great. 1740 is acting as some resistance. Almost testing again. We got to break here real soon. There we go. So we do not want to stay under there. Oh, rejected again though. Got about 50 seconds left on this 15-minute candle. It may not get it right now. Alright, so that candle closed. Did close over 17, so that is at least a good sign on the longer time frame. Just the short time frame showing so much indecision right now. What are you gonna do, DCFC? You're making, see, it being 153 million in shares because we're getting lower volume than we had earlier. It's moving slower, so we need to see that same big volume come back into this. But I don't think that'll happen until we have a strong break of 18. We are testing 1750 again with some rejection. So buyers got to try to reclaim it here. And it is starting to break a little bit. There we go. Very nice. Looking good for the test of 18. Looking good for the test. We hit 1790, 1797, 18 almost on the ask. There was 1799 on the ask. Let's see it keep poking. Keep poking 18. Come on, let's get this momentum back in here. Poke that 18. Poke it. Poke it. We set 18 on the ask. Come on now. There, up. Almost. Come on. Get to 18 up there. There it comes. There it comes. Big rip through 18 up to 1880. Nasty. This is why I was saying this thing could run hard if it starts getting buying volume. That thing just exploded. Y'all saw it within a minute. Not even a minute, but like a couple of seconds. Just a dollar rip. Over a dollar rip. Just in that 1 minute. So we're starting to get frisky here. We are over 18, flying through. Yeah, it looks like we're going to test 1850. More than likely, I think we're going to go ahead and see 20 at this point. I could be wrong. But I don't see why we're only $1.75 away at the moment. If we start holding 18 as support, which we are, we should see another big buy and pop come in here in a minute or two. Pushing through 1850 now. Up to 1870. Let's see if we start to see 19 anywhere. Can we see 19 on this ask? Bring that 19 on down. Bring that 19 on down. Come on. Trying to break 1875. Nope, still getting held up at 1875. Still testing, breaking through it. Come on down, 19. Come on down here. Got a little push to 1885. New high day. Still hanging around 1875, so we need to claim 1875 as support. And a little pullback here. See if 1850 holds pretty strong, and it is holding. And we may be about to rip through 19. The way it ripped through 18 earlier, it didn't really touch 18 that much. It just kind of shot through it. So I'm kind of looking for that same thing if we're holding up 1875. We did just throw another wick up to 1890. So I think we're going to get it. Yeah, here it comes. Here comes a break at 19. We touched it. And if a retest happens here, then we're going to break through it. Here comes the retest, possibly. Trying. And boom. Nope, it didn't rip through it. Got held up again. So we need to see another retest. It looked like it was about to blow right through it and stopped. This out in 1890. $18.50 showing some strength as support again. And another, woo, that was a quick, 19 popped up real quick. Here we go, breaking through 19. See if we can get this run to 20. Fumbling with 19 still, but we did throw a wick way up over 19 to 1930, up to 1930, 1940, 1945 we hit. Let's see if we can break through 1950. Can you get on up to 20? If we don't see a quick breakthrough 1950, I may lock it out. Okay, boom, right through 1950. That's what I wanted to see. Let's see if we can start claiming 1950 as support. And we are moving on up. 1963, new high. About to break through that new high possibly here. 1974. Let me see that 20. Bring that 20 on down here. Bring that 20 on down here. Can we get a test? Can we get a big breakout? Can we blast through 20? Let's see it. 1975. Come on. Bring that 20 on down. Trying to hold 1950 as support still. Struggling a little bit off that 1975 rejection. Let's get frisky. Let's get real frisky. Come on, DCFC. Show me the frisk. I want to see ultimate frisky. I want to see a big old breakthrough 20. I want to see it shoot up right through 20 to 25. Make my day. Starting to come back down a little bit. Yeah, 19 trying to hold a support. As long as 19 holds, I'll stay in it. If not, I'm locking out my profit. Ooh, cracking 19 a little bit, so I'm getting very close to locking out if it doesn't hold up here. Oof. Let me go into 1 minute because this thing is moving really, really fast right now. You see it pop back up to 19 here on this candle. Let's see, what are we at? We are at 2 minutes on this 15-minute candle. Try to tell you to try to get you to show me the frisk, and you slowed down on me. So 1850, trying to hold us support again. And in this last minute, let's see what happens on the last minute of this 15-minute candle before I do anything. I'm going to let this 15-minute candle try to close. And close over 1850. I think we can jump back up there and test 20 again. Or at least get close. Well, not test 20 again, but test 20 for the first time if we can bounce off of this area. Starting to give up 1850. 10 seconds left. I don't like we're giving up 1850 in the last 10 seconds. I'm very close to locking this out. Hold on a minute. Let me look at the hour chart before I go too crazy. No, this hour chart's too pretty. I think we're going to get that test of 20 still. As long as it can hold 1850, but because if it cracks below 1850, then it'll be a red candle, and it could, maybe find support at 1770. But I don't want to see momentum turn around. See, we had this is fine as a pullback as long as it was a short little pullback. Some people locking in some profits at 1975 after we just ran a couple of dollars. If that's all this was, then we should just bounce right back up for another test. But we'll see if we can get back over 19 or not here. Oh, HH Trader has HH Trader's joined the chat. He's talking about he's going to short me out of this position. You ain't shorting me out of this position. This thing's about to re-break 19. We're testing 19. Let's see if we re-break it. I'm starting to feel the frisk in my soul. I'm starting to smell Cheetos and Red Bull. Starting to, possibly think those Wall Street bets apes might start paying attention to this. Here we go, back over 19, up to 1930. Keep pushing, baby. Let's go. Let's get up to that 20. Show me that 20. Very nice. Up to 1940. Can we get through 1940? And possible test of 1950 coming. We'll sell it at 1935, but I don't think that's going to hold us too much resistance. So we want to hold 19 as support here. We hold 19 as support. Buyers are going to feel good again. And we're starting to lose momentum. We're getting this downtrend. If it does not pop up here shortly, like we're getting this short-term downtrend, that needs to break very fast. Where's it at? 1940. Yeah, so we got to break 1940 on this next candle if we're going to continue the momentum. We don't want to start consolidating again, which may happen. We may have to consolidate under 20 for a minute, but I was really wanting to see this, give it a strong test first before we even came back down, or before we started consolidating. And we may not get it yet. Because see, here's the thing. We're starting to form this triangle. $19 cracking a little bit. And I don't want to form this triangle. I want to see this shoot right up over this downtrend. That candle just closed, so let's see. That was that 5-minute dojing out. Now can this one push up or down? You see it's going back and forth. It's struggling, trying to hold 19, starting to crack 19 a little bit. Let me look at the 15-minute chart. Oops. So buyers trying to push it back over 19 again. Can they do it or not? If they don't push it back over 19, we're probably gonna have a sell off soon. Let's see. I want to see the frisk, DCFC. You keep showing me some frisk, and then you're like, oh no, wait a minute. Let's hold off on that frisk for a second. Let's come back in a second. Let's revisit the frisk. Okay, there's a little pop back over 19. Let's see if buyers start coming in here. 1930. Remember, we got to break 1940. We are breaking the downtrend, but 1940 is the problem area. Till we get some bids over 1940. You see, we're just approaching it. And another rejection. There we go. Starting to break through 1940. Up to 1950, which is, of course, going to be resistance. But I think if we break 1950, we're going to see 20 here. We're still struggling with 1940. Let's see, we're pulling back a little bit. We don't want to pull back into the under the downtrend. Stop getting held up in 1940. What is wrong with you? Come on, get through it. You see both these last 5-minute candles both hitting right at 1950. We're still holding above 19, but I don't like the way we're getting rejected. See, we just threw another wick up there to 1940. Let's get through here. Come on. Come on, DCFC. Get through that 1950. Let's go, baby. Right here. Come on. Give me that break. Give me that break. Come on. Oh, you're... Come on. You were so close. Where are these buyers? Let's see. Testing 1940 again. There we go. Through 1940 for a split second. Come on. Come on, you new buyers. You know you're feeling good about this. You're liking it. You're enjoying it. We're having a good time. Oh, maybe not. We're all over the place. Another strong rejection off of 1950. I may starting to thinking about taking this because this is really starting to play a mental toll on me to keep on trying to make my decision on the fly here in this momentum. We're still looking good on the 15-minute, though. Looking really good on the 1-hour chart. Come on. Oh, Coming back down to 19 again. I need to be testing resistance, not support. Let's see. A lot of red over these. Oh, I'm in the one. No wonder I'm sitting here watching. I forgot I was in the 1 minute chart. Okay, now I feel a little bit better. I was watching that 1 minute chart like a hawk. I was wondering why it was making my brain crazy. I forgot I went into it for just a second back when we were testing 19. Now we're back on the 5 minute here. Now I can see what's going on. I thought that looked real crazy from the 1 minute to the 15 minute. I was like, that's quite a difference. Okay, well, never mind about those little moves in the 1 minute. We don't care about those. But we do have to break this downtrend on the 5 minute. I had the downtrend wrong because I was looking at the 1 minute. I have a micro stroke. Nah, man, I'll be fine. I'm very close to locking it out. I'm just trying to give it a chance because it's not giving up. Like we're continually building new support areas, even though they're not quite where I'm wanting them to be at or predicting them to be at. We're still building new support areas. We're still pushing for new highs a day. But $20 on any stock. Let's see. Has this ever even been over 20? No, this stock's never even been over 20. This is the first time it's been over 10 for a long amount of time. We did just get a little quick pop to 1050 while I wasn't paying attention. And let's see. Another test of 1950. We got a rejection off of it again. Bids dropped way down to the bottom of 19, but have moved back up. Let's go. Come on. Strong rejection there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's what I was concerned about if this thing turned around like that. It turned around so God, Jesus. Well, looks like we're gonna get. Yeah, we just got halted to the downside. Just dumping out of nowhere. Oh no, it didn't get halted. Oh, hold on a second. I thought it was getting halted to the downside. Let's see what happens here. If it shoots right back up or if it keeps dropping. A lot of stop losses got hit there. A lot of stop losses got hit. $17, $18. $17.63. Well, damn. I was trying to get my stop. I was trying to get a trailing stop in there, but I just got stopped out. But it's probably a good thing I did. Well, oh well. It is one to still keep on watch the rest of the. Whoa. I need a parachute. I'm out of it now. But what I was looking at is on the 15-minute, it's still holding a 10-day moving average. So even though it just had that little dump, it's still bullish. You know, we just had a pullback, a pretty strong sell-off. So I mean, it could crack down, but as long as it's holding 17, holding this 10-day moving average and the uptrend, it still could move. But I was trying to put a trailing stop in a little bit below, and I was trying to figure out the math, and I couldn't get it figured out in time before it hit the original stop. I should have just put that stop loss in a lot lower while I was putting while I was changing it to a trailing stop. And that way I wouldn't have got poked out there. But that is what it is. It shouldn't have, you know. I don't know if it's done. I mean, it's still uptrending, still holding 17, holding a lot of its gains. We'll see what happens on it, but definitely want to continue to keep on watching the rest of the day. SPY still pretty much going sideways. The dog felt your pain. Well, thank you, Lori. I don't know if it was. I don't know if it was great trading. I mean, the smartest thing would have been to lock out that profit up there when I had it. That 1975 was real close to 20. My price target was 20, so 1975 was acceptable. That thing just kind of gave up a lot. I mean, it just gave up all of a sudden there. But look at it. It's still holding the trend line. So it may continue on. Market makers may have just wanted to get me out of there like they normally do. All right, guys. This has been a long stream. Yeah, it was a winning. It was, no, I didn't lock anything up on the way up. I didn't lock anything out until I got stopped out of it. But I mean, it's still a winning trade. It's not a big trade. It's only $6. But, my other trade was a 10-cent loss, or 65-cent loss, actually. So 65-cent loss and a 6.50 win. Not a beautiful day, you know, but it's a green day. It's a small green day, but I'll take it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to hop off here. I'm already way over the time I normally stream. Got to get some food and all of that good stuff. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. We'll be back on the crypto channel about an hour and a half for the daily crypto update. We're moving the schedule around over there, so you can come find me over there looking at cryptos, maybe even trading a crypto or something if I see any potential moves. But if I don't see you in the crypto stream later on today, we'll be back tomorrow morning for some more live stock trading, and we'll see what happens in this crazy market. See if I can actually get a decent sized win this week. Well, yeah. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there. If you haven't yet, go check out frameworkfortune.com. Join the Discord. All that stuff's free. Framework Fortune token is coming out soon. The original start of the Framework Fortune blockchain project for traders white paper is coming out before the end of the weekend. So you guys will be able to see those white papers. Right now, the white papers are pretty much finished. Just letting people in certain
certain people take a look at it early so we can clean it up a little bit, but that is all going to be out. Anyway, stay safe out there. Until next time.